Hello all, today I'm going to talk about how to apply theory when conducting qualitative research. The first thing I want to say is that I think theories are very important. I also think that theories are very useful and helpful for anyone who is conducting some kind of academic work or writing an academic paper. And lastly, theories are not overly complicated. Yes, you have to read books to understand and get a hold on theories, but once you understand what to look for in the theory, it becomes a whole lot easier. I think there are three things that you could think about when you're trying to understand a theory and when you want to implement some kind of a theoretical framework for your research. The first thing you need to understand when it comes to understanding a theory is to get some kind of idea of what are the main questions that a theory tries to answer. Postmodern theories understand social reality as constructed, how human beings construct or experience their social world. Empiristic theories sees reality as objectively real, and you are particularly interested in different kinds of causalities. And lastly, critical realistic theories understand social reality as segmented. Reality can only be observed indirectly as emerging outcomes of generative mechanisms. I know that all of this might sound very strange to someone who has not read about theories, but the idea here that I'm trying to make is that once you try to understand and get a hold of a theory, you need to learn a way to summarize the core idea in the theory. What does it say? And if you can describe the main point in the theory with few sentences, you understand already quite a lot about that theory. Secondly, when applying a theory, you need to understand the central concepts around that theory. For a critical realist, for instance, the concept generative mechanisms is very essential. And so is also the idea that reality is segmented based on the real, the actual, and the empirical domain. When you operate with postmodern theories, you are perhaps interested in discourses, social constructions, subject positions, or subjectivity in general. For a positivist researcher who is applying evidence-based research, you are most certainly interested in causalities, perhaps effects and interventions. So, when applying a theory, it's all about the main idea of that theory, but also what are the central concepts of that theory and what does these concepts mean. Lastly, and I think this is the most essential thing when applying a theory, is that once you have an understanding of what are the main idea of a theory and you know the main or the most central concepts of the theory, then you need to also figure out how you can apply these concepts in your own analysis. And a good way to start implementing is to think, how can I add the central concepts from my theory, for instance, to my research question? So if you're, for instance, using a social constructionistic theory, you might be looking at social constructions or discourses that could be mentioned in your research question. But I guess that's all I want to say about how to apply theory in qualitative research. I hope this was understandable and helpful. See you soon again. Bye.